folks, and welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be making short mince pies. And don't forget, your recipe is in the description, and also while you're down there, check out the playlists because there's recipes down there waiting for you guys. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe and please share. Anyway, we'll get right on with the video. And for your recipe, 400 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of water, 100 grams of castor sugar, 100 grams of butter or margarine, 100 grams of white shortening. So the first things we want to do is put our castor sugar in with our water and give that a good stir around so it's sort of dissolved. And now we're going to add our fat into our flour. And all we're going to do is crumb this in so it's all nice and fine. It's always best to have your fat at room temperature. Now a nice little well in the middle. Now we're going to add our liquid in with our sugar. And you make this into a bit of a dough. Well, there's our pastry done. And what else do we need for the job? Yeah, a rolling pin, a knife, and a cutter. And obviously with the cutter we need a tray. Now this is a tray which we're going to be using. It's a Yorkshire pudding tray. And the cutter does fit nicely in those little holes. And before we use the tray, it's important thing is to grease up your tin. So on my eBay store I sell this prep spray. This is preparation spray for doing tins, trays, anything like that, bread tins. This is really good stuff. And once again, you can get it off my eBay store. What we need to be doing now is rolling out your pastry. Put down some flour first. You don't want to get too much flour on the table, really. Now we're going to be rolling this down to about 3 millimeters thick. Put your knife under it. That's about right. And then all we do is just cut them out. And we place them onto our tray. And then we just gently push them into the middle. There you go. It's as simple as that. These are the shells I did earlier. As you can see, I stamped them out in the bakery because they've got that nice fluted edge around there. Obviously a little bit different to these ones. Not much in it, is it really? We fill them just the same. Now for filling your shells, you could do with getting yourself a piping bag. It does make it easier than spooning. And this is my mincemeat I've done earlier. If you do find your mincemeat, if you made it yourself and it's a bit tight, then just add a little bit of liquid to it and it'll soften it up like this one. Right, and all we'll do is fill our bag, and all we need to do is pipe our mincemeat into the centre of the case. Just like that. This is our pastry done earlier. Now also you need a cutter. Now this is the type of cutter you need. It's about a 6.5 centimeter cutter. Now we're going to be using this end, or you can use that end, but that's slightly smaller, weirdly enough. But we'll be using that side, the round side. And once again, we're going to roll out our pastry. You're going to be taking your pastry down to about 3 millimeters thick, give or take. The best idea is to just try it and just to see. And that wants to go down a little bit thinner. And then just put our lid straight on top. Gentle push down. Now we've filled and lid them, we're now ready for the oven. So we want to be baking these for around about 20 minutes. So halfway through, don't forget to go out and turn them around so you get that nice evenly baked. Well, we'll get them into the oven. Now if you're like me, I always do extra pastry. So never worry about if you've got pastry over. Put it in a plastic bag and put it in a fridge. You'll always find a use for it making apple pies or whatever, or making another batch of mince pies, whatever the case may be. But it's useful to have it lying around. And you can also freeze this as well. And if you freeze it out, bring it out the freezer, thaw it, and you can use it practically straight away. Our mince pies are ready, we'll get them out the oven. Now we've got our mince pies out the oven. All we need to do is put a bit of sprinkle of sugar over the top. A bit castor sugar. You always want to put it on hot because the castor sugar then sticks to the pie. And if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe and please share. And don't forget, your recipe is in the description. And also while you're down there, you'll find a number of playlists with recipes sat there waiting for you. And we'll see you again very shortly in the Crazy Baker kitchen on the Crazy Baker channel. Laters! This is the Crazy Baker channel. Baking. Lifestyle. Recipes. Reviews. I am the Crazy Baker. Please subscribe and please share. Laters!